Baker's has a sale you can be sure you'll save. On selected merchandise at Baker's department store, buy one at the regular price, get the second of equal value free. Buy one short-sleeve shirt for regular price and get the second free. One blouse, regular price, get the second free. One pair of ladies' summer slacks at the regular price, get the second pair free. It still feels like summer, so you'll want to stay cool for back to school, and Baker's has the savings. Baker's department store, Main Street, Carlisle.
For banking convenience, when you need it in Nicholas County, First National Bank is the one. You can bank in the First National Bank lobby till 3:30, even later if you use the drive-in. You can bank at First National's Carlisle location with plenty of easy parking, or take advantage of the branch in Moorfield. To open a service charge-free student checking account or to discuss a timely back-to-school loan, go with banking convenience. First National Bank, Carlisle and Moorfield. Member FDIC.
Healthcare professionals who care about you, that's Hopkins Drugs in downtown Carlisle. Computerized access to your prescription records, put information at their fingertips, and allows Hopkins Drugs to serve you faster and more completely. Their inventory of hospital supplies and convalescent aids are part of Hopkins Drugs' commitment to your health care. And to help you take care of your busy family as everyone heads back to school, Hopkins Drugs is featuring a fall vitamin sale. Take advantage of the healthy savings. Hopkins Drugs, downtown Carlisle.
Lake Carnico is Nicholas County's prime recreational center. Never a day goes by without some exciting activity going on.
Lake Carnico was founded in 1961 by several innovative individuals who had a dream about Lake Carnico. It was funded individually by the initial purchase of about 400 acres. The Corps of Engineers built our dam, and the lake was eventually filled by runoff rainfall and springs. Carnico came, to my understanding, there was a contest at one time as to how to name it, and the winner of that contest came up with the name Carnico, which stands for Carlisle and Nicholas County, a combination of those two words, and they came up with Carnico. We have fishing, boating, swimming, sunbathing, and of course our beach and boathouse area. We have about 50 residences here. The majority of those are year-round residents, and the remainder are the seasonal or weekend residents. People come down and use our facilities.
Lake Carnico's beautiful and wide-open surrounding acreage makes for great training ground for local runners who compete throughout the year. There's a special bond between a serious runner and nature's surroundings.
The enjoyment of being outside, the good physical conditioning, sense of freedom in the morning. I usually run it early in the morning because it's cooler, and it's my time alone, or I run with friends, and it's just a time to think and be out in nature. That's what I like the best about it. I don't think I could train indoors because I like to be outside. And I run year-round, and you run in the rain and you run in the snow, and there's always something different to see. And I like running around the lake because there's so much nature down here. And I've seen deer early in the morning, and a little bit envious of them because they run a little bit better than I do. But you see the ducks on the water. I've seen geese flying overhead. You see the trees change color, and you know, you just see everything is here, and you can watch the clouds, you know, rolling in over the water. It's just really, really pretty. Plus the fact there's a lot of hills as you run around the lake, and it is a challenge to run well down here rather than on a flat track or somewhere in town. So, and it's quite refreshing and enjoyable to come drive down here, or if I'm brave, I'll run down here. But that's about 10 miles total if you run down and around the lake and back to Carlisle. So that's a fun run.
Blue Licks Battlefield State Park is another wonderful recreational area. Although most of it is located in adjacent Robertson County, many Nicholas Countyans utilize its great variety of facilities.
Blue Licks Battlefield State Park was founded in 1927 in memory of the battle that was fought here August the 19th, 1782, when the Kentuckians encountered British-led Indians. And the Kentuckians were massacred here and are buried here on the park. The park itself was established in 1927. The museum was completed in 1935. It was through the generosity of the people in the area that the land was donated to the Commonwealth of Kentucky to become a state park. We do a tremendous business through the summer months, Sundays especially. It's amazing the number of people, or local people, that utilize the state park for family reunions. It's nothing to have a couple of thousand people on this park, and the park only consists of 100 acres. The park is heavily supported by the people from Nicholas County. They utilize the campground and the swimming pool. But then other people come for the history of it. A lot of people come to look at the monument to find if they had a relative that fought here, and then to tour the museum.
Each year, a group of history enthusiasts draw together to recreate the Battle of Blue Licks with demonstrations and authentic 18th century camps. Local historian Clyde Allison wrote a poem dedicated to the battle's heroes.
To whom all it may concern, I wrote this poem of the Battle of Blue Lick. To whom it may concern, across the Licking River, where the scarlet life once fled, lies ranks of Colonel John Todd and our Kentucky dead. Under the sod and the dew, waiting the judgment day, and the echo sounds of Kentucky rifles faded away that day, August the 19th, 1782. I think you all will like that.
On Highway 68, heading out of Carlisle towards Blue Licks, is a grandfather and grandson team who combine their efforts towards top-quality woodcraft working out of their home.
My wife went down and got a recipe box. And I told her, I said, well, I can make those darn things the same as anybody else can. So this is what happened. This is what started the whole mess rolling. I made 2 boxes, gave one to each daughter. And the little daughter, Cynthiana, took hers to work with her. She said that when she called me back, she said, I need 14 recipe boxes. So that's what started this whole thing going. It takes quite a bit of time, but it's more or less a hobby. And if you work on construction work, well, a lot of times you can't depend on it. So this helps out. Keeps the wolf away from the door.
About the last 3 or 4 years, I spend the whole summer with him, just about, him and Grandpapa. And he got me out here and got me started in a lot in school. I took general shop and advanced wood and stuff like that in school, and I just got pretty interested in it. Just got to helping him, making stuff on my own. It's pretty fun after you get into it. It's something another trade to know, just in case what I want to learn in college don't work out. I can always come back to this and work in it. And Papa's taught me a whole lot of stuff about carpentry and everything, just everything. You know, a lot of times I take a little thing to school and show it and give it to a teacher or something, and then somebody else will see it and wonder where it came from, and I'll tell them. So we do quite a bit of advertising. It works out pretty good.
We met a Nicholas County craftswoman who spends her days with a variety of special hobbies.
I'm just a housewife, and I weave, and I raise my flowers, and I sell dried flowers, and I can, and that's it. Just work all the time. You know, we work all the time. The weaving, I used to have a lady over on the side of Brooksville that wove for me. I saw an ad in the paper, and I always liked the material, you know. And so I called her one day, and she was doing weaving. So I asked her if she would do the rugs for me. And so that's how it got started. And for 5 years, she wove for me, and then she passed away. Before she did, she said, you better get you a loom. So I bought me a loom, and she showed me how, and I just went right on. And I've been weaving ever since. It's been 3 years. A lot of rugs to everywhere. Germany, just Canada, just everywhere. I raise a lot of herbs. There are all kinds up there. I've got different kinds. I've got all the little amaranths. They're everlasting. And I've got yarrow and rue and thyme and all that, just, you know, cooking herbs and different things.
Carlisle is home to another special type of recreation in Nicholas County. Its gymnastics program is exceptional in content and highly supported.
Primarily our program in Carlisle is recreational type gymnastics. We offer classes 1 night a week here in Carlisle, and basically what it covers is the 4 Olympic events: the vault, the beam, the floor, and the bars. What we try to instill in our gymnastic program over here is safety in learning, mental discipline, and developing their physical and athletic potential. We do that in various different exercises, teaching the different body positions involved in gymnastics, such as a hollow body, a straight body, a pike body, an arch body, and the different positions that you go through. Babies start off our preschool program. It usually starts about the age of 4. Our preschool is 4 and 5-year-olds. And then once they get into school, they'll start in the school age program. And that is more or less the actual gymnastic part. We'll teach them how to walk on the beam, how to perform different tricks on the beam, on the floor. We'll teach them how to dance to a certain extent, but not a great deal of dance, but primarily the basic gymnastic skill progressions. The best response that we had when we first started out over here was from the county judge and the fiscal court. They were more than receptive to our idea of starting a gymnastics center. In fact, they rent this facility to us here. Their response to us has really been outstanding. The community of Carlisle has really been receptive to us. It's been very nice, very friendly, and we have a lot of parental support. We also have a lot of support from the children.
Met some pretty interesting people in Nicholas County, obviously, as you know, but we met two here, Bascom and Betty Sorrell, who have a very unusual hobby. In fact, they're the only ones in the county that do this. They raise and show miniature horses. These aren't ponies. These are actual, real, live horses. Bascom, how did you get into this racket? I mean, why a little tiny horse like this as opposed to a regular one you can ride?
Well, we liked horses to start with. And 2 years ago at the horse park, we were happened to be up there, and they were having the Mint Julep Cup. And we saw the horses. We got interested. We started inquiring about who had horses for sale. And that was the initial interest, and so we ended up purchasing, well, 4 that year.
Now, they're neat little horses. What makes them so interesting? I mean, are they loving? Are they friendly? This one's about to bite my hand off, but I guess they're good with kids and adults as well, aren't they?
Well, that's the unique thing about a miniature horse. They have a very kind nature, and a lot of people that have big horses do have miniature horses for the children to work with. They're easy to work with. They're kind-natured and normally very easy to handle.
How well have you done in the shows? You haven't been at it too long, have you?
Well, we showed last year at the horse park. Of course, that was our first shows, and we went up against some real competition, and we didn't do well then. We gained a lot of experience, but this year we had 13 entries in 4 different shows, and we've placed 9 times. We've had ribbons 9 times, so we're very proud. In fact, our little filly there is placed in every show she's been in.
That's absolutely great. Thanks a lot. See, we told you they were interesting. We'll look at a very close city and county fire department when Kentucky Life in Nicholas County comes back.
On the farm.